Tesla has an ultra top secret Model Y refresh that is ready to go and may be making a surprise launch any day now. This totally new Model Y is looking to be amazing. Plus, Tesla has been caught removing some features from the new refresh Model 3. Some huge Tesla discounts are here. Some owners are happy, some are furious, and the very first Cybertruck deliveries should be happening in just a couple of weeks before the end of the month. The Tesla news just does not stop. Even after the release of this all-new Model 3, there is tons of other news we've got to talk about, so sit back, relax, buckle up, because I've got some updates here that are going to make you happy, sad, mad, probably all the above. Here's the big Tesla news that you need to know about right now, and also a huge thanks to Baseus for sponsoring a portion of this video. So let me start first with some quick updates here on pricing, because Tesla pricing has dramatically changed over the last week or so, both in terms of new vehicles, used vehicles, inventory, and also their software offerings. After a very busy Thursday evening a couple of days ago, where we finally got the release of the Highland Refresh Model 3, Tesla also quietly, or not so quietly, dramatically cut the price of the Model S and Model X, both in the United States and in China, and also lowered the price of full self-driving for the first time in, I think, forever. We have seen temporary discounts like flash sales on full self-driving and enhanced autopilot, but I don't think we've ever seen a price decrease until now. I could be wrong on that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below, but this, of course, is truly unprecedented. Tesla's full self-driving software offering has now dropped in price from $15,000 to $12,000, while the monthly subscription still remains at $199 per month. Cancel anytime. Also remember that Tesla does have a promotion going on right now where you can actually transfer full self-driving from an old Tesla to a new Tesla, but that is a limited time deal happening for right now, and it's going to be ending at the end of the quarter, so it's going to be on September 30th. So if you do want to get a new Tesla and you want to sort of keep your FSD investment with that vehicle, now would be a good time to sort of get a new vehicle, as that promotion is set to end in just a couple of weeks. The Model S and Model X price cuts, on the other hand, may be here to stay, and the savings are significant. And this has some sort of percentage of the Tesla customer base extremely happy because they can now get these cars for a pretty big discounted price, while others are really, really upset because Tesla is continuing to tank the resale value of Model S and Model X owners who took delivery just a couple of weeks or a couple of months ago. Tesla has been slashing prices on both these models for the last few months, and this latest move on Thursday night now has dropped the price almost $20,000 depending on the model. The long-range Model S is now $75,000, with the Plaid model being about $90,000, and it's a similar story for the Model X, $80,000 for a long-range version and $90,000 for a Model X Plaid. And this change is significant really for two big reasons. One is that the base Model X long range, sort of the standard offering you can get, is actually now eligible with these recent price cuts for the $7,500 federal tax credit as long as you don't change anything. All paint options are actually now free, so you can choose any paint offering you want, including what was, up until a couple of days ago, a several $1,000 option of the new Ultra Red for free, so that's great. But if you change the interior color, if you change the wheels, even if you go from a regular wheel to a yoke, that's going to push you above the MSRP cap. So if you're looking at a Model X and you do meet all the qualifications for the federal tax credit, you can get effectively $7,500 off this car, just don't change anything. The second thing to know, of course, is that some X and S owners are absolutely furious with Tesla because just 12 months ago, the prices of both these models were substantially, and I'm talking substantially higher. If we take a sort of a time machine back to a year ago, 12 months ago, and we look at Tesla.com at the exact same cars, we can say a year ago, a Model S Plaid was $136,000, and the long-range one was well over $100,000. Same for the X. Long-range Model X was $121,000 a year ago, and a Model X Plaid was almost $140,000. Funny enough, you might remember about 3 weeks ago, Tesla introduced a standard range version, basically a software locked version that was cheaper for the Model S and Model X. And now, not even a month later, these options are now gone. The standard range vehicle does not even exist on Tesla's website anymore. It's only a long range or a Plaid. There, of course, is a rumor of a refresh of the Model S and Model X getting a slightly tweaked interior that would have the RGB ambient lighting and the front bumper camera and some of the newer stuff. but according to Tesla Scope, there's no timetable on that. We don't have specifics on features, and the pricing right now is almost too good to pass up. So if you are in the market for an S or an X and you're okay by not having some of the newer RGB stuff and maybe some other updates, I think I'd personally take advantage of the discounts right now because these price cuts, again, are very significant. All right, moving on from that, I've got a few important updates on the all-new, very hyped Model 3 Highland refresh that are honestly a bit mysterious. When all of the YouTubers and journalists released their sort of in-person videos with the new Model 3 Highland, the long-rumored front bumper camera was nowhere to be seen in any of this footage, but it was clearly visible on all the assets on Tesla's website. So in images and videos, you could clearly see this vehicle had a front bumper camera, but then about 36 hours after the debut of this new Highland refresh, the front bumper camera has mysteriously disappeared. What in the world is going on? Well, it looks like Tesla Scope may have an answer. They said in a recent thread on X that following recent public discussions with Green the Only and limited details from our sources, Tesla is still finalizing the hardware and software for bumper cameras. This is one reason the Cybertruck bumper camera has only been seen on more recent prototypes. While speculative, we believe that Tesla's goal is to still include the bumper camera on all Model 3s upon delivery. However, in the case of unpredictable roadblocks, its removal from promotional materials helps settle expectations. This is Tesla wanting to be accountable. Now, as exciting as it is that this new Model 3 is finally here, this car is still missing two important things. These are two amazing accessories made by Baseus that you've got to have in your Tesla and also just in your life right now. The A3 Lite car vacuum is, simply put, one of the best car vacuums I've ever tested, and also it packs a big secret and a big surprise, and that is that it's not just a vacuum. It's got a really unique and really versatile 4-in-1 design that lets it seamlessly and help you really easily clean your car, but also it can be used to inflate, pump, or blow up objects as well that you may have with you. So not only is it perfect for sort of keeping your Tesla clean, but also maybe you want to do a little overnight camping, you've got an air mattress you want to have in the back of your Model Y, for example, you can actually use the A3 Lite to inflate that air mattress and be good to go just with one tool. That's it. All you need is the A3 Lite. I love that it recharges via USB-C. I've only got to click one button to empty it. It's super easy to clean out. It is just the perfect companion to easily keep in my car. And speaking of USB-C and keeping things recharged, the second accessory is one that I always have with me in my car. I keep it with me wherever I go in case of emergencies and just in general to keep my devices recharged. And that is this. It's a beautiful Adaman power bank with a whopping 20,000 milliamp hour capacity. It's capable of pushing 65 watts of power to quickly and easily recharge any devices you've got with you. I also love the selection of ports here as well. It's packing 2 USB-A ports, 1 USB-C port, and 1 micro USB port for input if you want to recharge the power bank with that, or you can use USB-C. It's got a beautiful design. It is super portable. It's got a sleek metal casing to help dissipate heat. One of my favorite features of the Adaman power bank is this really awesome, really unique and useful built-in digital display. Not only is this great for actually seeing the sort of stated charge of the power bank itself, but it can also be used to show power, voltage, and current when a device is being charged. Really cool and something I haven't seen before. And also with 20,000 milliamp hours of capacity, this is going to recharge your phone, your tablet, your computer over and over and over again. And to make things even better is that Baseus has some great savings and deals going on right now as well that you've got to know about. Like with the Adaman power bank, you can get 20% off at checkout by using the coupon code Robert. That code Robert is going to bring the price down to $48. And with the A3 Lite, you can use the coupon code A3 Lite at checkout to get $23 off, taking the price down just to $56.99. Two amazing products that I love. Baseus just makes some really amazing products. So again, learn more and check out both the A3 Lite and the Adaman power bank, the link right down below in the description. We're actually learning you may actually be able to use the interior RGB ambient lighting for more than just looks in the new Model 3, but also for certain vehicle functions. Some sleuths on Reddit have discovered that there is a new option under the lighting tab for a blind spot indicator. So the assumption is that when you're driving along and you go to make a lane change in the left or the right, if there is a car in your blind spot, not only would you see that in your visualization, but maybe the lighting for the corresponding lane would also turn red to let you know, hey, you don't want to go into that lane because there is a car in your blind spot. So it looks like there's some new functionality and some utilitarian use here with these lights. So pretty cool to see them and see that they're more than just there to look pretty. And also there have been a lot of questions and comments about a performance Model 3 Highland, and I'm happy to say that there is confirmation that Tesla is working on a performance model. Both the journalists who talked to Tesla, they sort of pass the message down through the grapevine that a performance model is coming. And then Tesla China insiders and analysts also confirmed that Tesla is in development of a performance model, but it's just not ready yet. It does need some more testing. It's set to have the exact same design. Probably will have some new wheel options, maybe for the performance model, but the core of the car is going to be the same. There's also been some speculation over the last couple of days, really just a lot of chatter, and maybe will they or won't they, about a potential Plaid Model 3 that we could see a higher end version of the performance, but that of course is still just rumor and hearsay at this point. All right, so now the Model 3 Highland is out and the rumors can stop about when it's going to come. The spotlight now turns to the final Tesla, or one of the final Teslas, that is still shrouded in mystery and secrecy, and that is Cybertruck. We get more images of Cybertruck every single day. These models of Cybertruck are rolling across the country. They're everywhere. And we got a couple of interesting things to see, including this shot, basically our best look yet at the front of Cybertruck, which is some people very upset and some very happy, or I guess I shouldn't say happy, but okay with it. Definitely doesn't look like the biggest trunk or frunk, I should say, we've ever seen. Obviously, you've got a actual multi-foot truck bed in the back to haul stuff, but the frunk isn't going to be as significant as we thought. This is our best shot as of now, and you either are okay with it or you're super disappointed. There seems to be no in between. We've also got this image of sort of under the frunk, and some people were able to sort of decipher some of the lettering and numbers from the VIN, and seeing that this suggests that there might be at least 600 Cybertrucks built as of right now. Of course, we've still got no final confirmation on specs or pricing or release date. All we know is that the rumored release date for Cybertruck, according to Elon, was going to be an event happening at the end of September, or end of Q3, which is a couple of weeks away. Though with Elon time, who knows? That could be happening, it could not be happening. Again, it seems like Cybertruck is sort of moving full steam ahead. Tesla is producing these vehicles. They're working on it. So hopefully we get a delivery event sometime in the next couple of weeks. And like I mentioned in the other video, I will be there at that delivery event. I'll bring you some on-the-ground coverage. If you have anything specific you want to see at that event, let me know in the comments down below. Tesla's also made some small but big changes to full self-driving. I know I kind of contradict myself there, but just hear me out. Hear what I have to say. And that is that they've now moved the auto steer on city streets feature from the list of coming soon features to actually one being a permanent feature of full self-driving, meaning that this is probably going to become a standard feature now basically any time. Tesla also made another small but important change, and that is for anyone who took delivery of a Tesla through a referral code. You might know that right now is a good time to buy a Tesla for a couple of reasons. One is because the prices are pretty good, and also if you order through a referral link like mine down below, you can get up to $500 off a 3-year Y, $1,000 off an S or an X, and 3 months of full self-driving. But there was a catch with that. Like I just mentioned, there was some controversy because all these new vehicles but the Model 3 have hardware 4, and there's some things hardware 4 couldn't do that hardware 3 cars could do, and there is some controversy. Basically, what Tesla has recently announced is that they are extending the full self-driving trial, the free trial, throughout the end of the year for anyone who's taken delivery of a Tesla recently, or anyone who's going to take delivery of one now. So if you do want to sort of experience full self-driving and you want to be able to actually utilize it and utilize some of the more features than just 3 months, Tesla's not going to give you a little bit more time with that free FSD trial. Also, I've read through a lot of your guys' comments in my previous videos, and I want to take a quick moment to address some of the biggest comments I've seen and answer some questions because there has been a lot of confusion. In certain parts of the world right now, in China, in Australia, I believe in some other European countries, you can actually order and place an order right now and reserve your own Model 3 Highland Model 3. And I believe the first deliveries are going to be happening next month in October. So there are certain parts of the world where you can actually configure and buy a Model 3 Highland vehicle, either rear-wheel drive or a long-range version. That is not the case here in the United States. There is no Highland refresh to speak of. According to Drive Tesla Canada, we probably wouldn't see a North America launch until maybe the beginning of next year, sometime in 2024. In fact, what's funny is that many people have actually talked to Tesla representatives and said, hey, do you have any word on Highland or the refresh or when it could be coming to the US? And just sort of maybe it's standard practice from Tesla, but they won't even acknowledge it exists. Even though it's officially on the Tesla China website and it's sort of, sanctioned by Tesla, this is a legit legit thing. In certain parts of the world, including here in the US, some employees just won't speak to what they consider to be rumors. So that sort of makes things difficult. And I've seen a lot of questions from people asking, well, should I buy now? Should I wait? What do I do? Because we know, I mean, at this point, a new Model 3 officially exists. It just might not be where you are in the world. My best advice I could give you is to look at the current incentives and see what you want to do, because we do know, according to Tesla, that federal tax incentives will change next year, and the discounts might be affected. So if you do want to take full advantage of the $7,500 federal tax credit, that is a reason to buy. Also, Tesla has some pretty sweet deals going on with their existing inventory of Model 3s, so there are some good discounts to be had. Next, I want to turn to the Model Y, because I've got some surprising updates here on the Model Y refresh, codename Project Juniper. We had heard originally from Reuters, who predicted accurately the Model 3 Highland refresh, that after Tesla debuted that vehicle, they were going to begin working on a refresh to the Model Y that would bring all of those new features to the new Model Y Project Juniper. That would be ventilated seats, the stockless design, the better screen, the new audio system. Did I mention ventilated seats, the rear screen in the back, the new front and back design? All that stuff from the Model 3 is going to be coming to the Model Y. But the big question, of course, is when. Now, originally, Reuters said we wouldn't be seeing Model Y Project Juniper, the refresh, until sometime in 2024, maybe the fall of 2024 at the earliest. Actually, thanks to some really talented online artists, we've got a good look at what that could look like. Here's what the refresh could look like. Obviously, looks very good, but actually, the timeline might be changing, because according to a well-known and well-connected Tesla China analyst and insider, the Model Y might be getting an update actually soon that maybe might be the stopgap we've been talking about that's coming before the big refresh that comes in November, but would be something sort of to fill in the gap that exists right now, because right now the Model Y looks a bit dated compared to the new Model 3. Chris Zhang, the analyst, posted on X saying new ceiling system, dual pane acoustic glass, front and rear, new door latches, upgraded sound insulation, autopilot hardware 4.0, and few other updates coming to Model Y soon. Now, this doesn't make a lot of sense because Model Ys already have hardware 4, though they might not be hardware 4 vehicles in other parts of the world. So maybe that's what they're sort of clarifying here is with Chinese-made Model Ys. But this might even suggest that the Model Y is going to get maybe a sort of stopgap update that would give us some of the Highland creature comfort, some of these tweaks and upgrades and improvements here with Model Y before we get these total front and back redesign that should be coming with the Model Y Project Juniper refresh, but not until the end of next year. It's very confusing as of right now. I mean, there's a lot of good controversy and good criticism. I mean, not good that there's controversy, but good discussions about where this places the Model Y, because it does now look a little bit dated. It is missing a lot of the big features and sort of puts the Model Y in a bit of an awkward position. Do you buy a Model Y now knowing that all these new features are coming? Do you wait for what could be coming and not know how long you could be waiting? I mean, Model Y is still a great car, especially with the current incentives and discounts, but we know that something is coming next. And maybe if this analyst is to be believed, and if this is being interpreted correctly, there might be some sort of stopgap update coming soon that maybe, if Tesla could really hurry on this, could be coming when the Model 3 Highland releases. I mean, timelines on this are just so unpredictable. We have no idea of knowing, but it would make sense when Tesla releases the 3 Highland refresh, they also, maybe quietly or not so quietly, update the Model Y in some big instances with some of those new features as well. All right, guys, so what are your thoughts on the Tesla news for the week? Your thoughts on the Model Y Juniper refresh, your thoughts on Model 3 refresh, your thoughts on full self-driving, discounts, incentives? Let me know down below. Also, I want to ask you guys a question. What would you like me to cover on this channel? Do you like the news videos? Do you want more product-based videos? Would you like me to focus on accessories or enhancements or hidden features? I want your thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you do that and you subscribe to the channel and you like this video, I'm going to give away $25 of free Amazon money to one person randomly in the comments. Also, I've been getting a lot of emails and feedback about this. Please, please, please be vigilant of who comments on this. I've got a lot of impersonators who want you to talk to me on Telegram and blah, blah, blah. I will never ask you to talk to me on Telegram. I'll never reply in a message that doesn't look like it's fluent in English. And I don't use emojis and stuff. And if you have a question, you want to contact me directly, my email address is in the description down below. So I've seen, unfortunately, too many people trying to get scammed to pay money and people are just trying to take advantage of my audience. I don't like that. Please, 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 please do not fall for any of those scams. If you have a question, email me directly, and I will reach out to you if you win, and I won't make you pay anything. I will pay everything so you get the prize for free. Please don't fall for any of these scammers impersonating me in the comments. Thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate it. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you all in the next one.